What's up guys, Soccer Doc here back with another video, and today I have a review for the New Balance Furon V6 Plus Pro Firm Ground Ball Boots. Let's get into it. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel where real football players do real football reviews. I'm so excited to get on the video, so make sure you subscribe down below, turn on those post notifications and like this video. All links in the description down below, including links to the boots, as well as the link to my Instagram.
Speak, they don't really want no dance mode. Cool. All they do is speak, they don't really want no dance mode. Used to work for free, now I need a lot of bands though. Yellow triple S's on my feet, bro, you don't have those. Yellow diamonds on me, feel like Jaden Sancho. Jaden, I feel like Jaden Sancho. Jaden, yeah. Feel like Jaden Sancho. Yellow diamonds on me, you would think I play for BVB. Yellow Gucci sweater, yeah, I rock a lot of double G's. Shopping spree in NYC, I bought a lot of BBC. I'm probably on your TV screen, they got me on the BBC. Or like Cruyff, I might pull up in a Rolls Royce. They don't got no choice, yeah, I'm ballin' like I'm Marco Royce. Touchdown in Chicago, see me out in Illinois. And everywhere that I go, you know they gon' feel the ball. All of my diamonds I'll splash, I need a lot of the racks. When I pull up in a jack.
Starting off, you can get these ball boots for $210 USD, 180 pounds sterling, or 220 euros. The main colors of this ball boot is bleached lime glow as well as citrus punch. Let me just tell you, this colorway is absolutely insane, definitely going to catch your eye, and super bright and beautiful. So for the symbols, we got the giant New Balance logo right there on this outside of the toe box. It kind of looks like it's running. It looks like a giant streak, which looks super sick. We've got the Fit Weave technology right there. We've got the New Balance branding on the built-in tongue. Furon on the back of the boot. Not too much branding on this boot. What they do have on here is pretty clean and super sick. For the upper, we have a hypo knit material that is so soft and so plush. Let me just tell you, I've really only worn these a few times, and let me just go ahead and show you. Look how flexible these are, and look how soft and nice this is. Now usually when you get a brand new pair of boots out of the box, they're pretty stiff, especially a speed boot with some type of material. They're very stiff, very hard to break in, and once you break them in, they're great, they're fantastic, but these are great and fantastic right out of the box. This might be the first speed boot I've ever had that has little to none break-in time. Now the material isn't as thin as Mercurial, but let me tell you, it's even better. I didn't think I'd like it as much as it is a bit more padded, but honestly, it's that perfect mix between you can feel the ball really well, get that perfect touch, while also being really cushioned towards those tackles. This upper is massively flexible. This boot is a bit wider than the Mercurial, but pretty similar. This boot will stretch and fit wherever you need. Now let me tell you, slide your foot in here, you're like, oh, it's not gonna fit too great. Well, it actually pretty much molds to your feet. You're walking around, it pretty much just molded my feet right away, which is absolutely fantastic. They were so comfortable. And I'm gonna insert a video right now. Okay, so I'm literally editing the video right now, and look what I've got on my feet right here. So comfortable, like what? Straight when I put them on, they really mold to my feet. And the best part, I laced up these boots. There is no creasing nor whatever in these boots. So if you're not too sure what a crease is, pretty much it's where the sock overlaps with itself. As you can see, I have the X19.1 here, and it does this a lot. It doesn't look super nice, and it's not super comfortable. It doesn't have that really custom fit that these have. So yeah, there you go. Now you know what a crease is, and these don't have it. They laced it perfectly flat, and that is like the first time I've ever had that in a speed boot. My Mercurials do it, the X's do it a lot, but I just kind of learned to get over it. But now that it's actually not there, I'm actually loving it. Now we just talked about the hypo knit material. Of course, it's a knit material. Let me tell you, it's been a minute since I've had a knit boot, just because all the companies, all the top 3 companies are going synthetic, and I've been trying them out. But let me tell you how much I've missed a good knit boot that is actually light and so dang comfortable. This is a hypo skin clear film on the top. Now I know in the past Furon, I didn't really love the way it looked, as it kind of showed right where the film actually ended. It looked pretty bad, but as you can see here, it's much more seamless, just like with this nice line. The material is actually quite thin. You can't feel it too much. It adds a bit of grip, but nothing crazy, and it's actually very slick. But when it comes to wet conditions, I can just see this not getting super slick, still having that really great touch, but also kind of repelling that water a bit. And it also runs up very close to the laces, not through the laces, but very close to it, which makes it also pretty repellent up there. Now, we're not just focusing on the touch with the ball anymore. No, that's the old news. We gotta focus on the contact between the ground and the bottom of your football boot. This actually has great support, which I'll talk more about that in a minute, but pretty much when you touch that ground, when you're hitting that ground super hard, you really don't feel that impact as much. It feels very comfortable, surprisingly. Again, I cannot believe how comfortable these football boots are. The materials, they take a bit longer to break in, and still, when you really hit the ground, you can definitely feel the impact, but you know, like, oh, they're light. I really want light boots, so I'm just gonna have to live with that. Now up here, then we also have a really nice plush touch you get, so you're running on the ground, then you also get the perfect ball, swing it open to inside your foot, really nice hard surface right here, but also super soft so you can receive the ball, kind of give it and go a little bit, and it's absolutely perfect. It feels amazing, and honestly, the contact between the ground and the ball is absolutely equivalent to each other, and I really liked how they focused on that in this boot. Now, of course, we gotta speak about this color here because it's not totally the same as something we've seen before. Now, it's not a Mercurial color, but it's definitely something a bit different. It's very knit, very flexible, and very nice. We have like this tongue right here built in, of course. It's really nice and stern in there, so you won't really be feeling it moving around too much. The lockdown in this boot is absolutely amazing with that central lacing system. It really locks your foot in really well. We're gonna talk more about these insoles in a minute, but they definitely hold your foot in really well. The color gives you really nice rotational freedom while also keeping your foot locked in. You can do all those crazy scissors and skills, rainbows, whatever you want to do, but then you can get the perfect shot off with no problem, no knockdown issues. And that's one of the things I absolutely love about this football boot. Now, we all know this feeling. You just did an insane skill, you're going up for a shot, and you're like, this boot is about to fly off my foot. If it's laceless, laced, whatever. And so you kind of get less power on your shot because you kind of curl your toes and you kind of like take a little power off so it won't totally fly off. These boots don't have that problem. As far as I've tried, I've like done crazy skills, then going for a shot. I'm like, why aren't these moving off my feet? It's totally crazy how these literally are glued to your feet. Not in an uncomfortable way, but totally are not flying off in a game. I think that's one of the most frustrating things for a footballer. When you have to take power off your shot because the comfort or level that you're playing at isn't equivalent with your football boot. Now I decided to speak about it, and it's finally time to get around to it. The lining. Now don't talk too much about the lining of the football boots because usually they're pretty subpar. But this is a lightweight synthetic suede lining. This isn't just your usual lining. It gives you increased comfort and moisture management. Pretty much, your moisture isn't going to build up as much in there and it's going to feel more comfortable. Now, if you dunk these in a bucket of water, they're obviously not going to do much. But when you're in a game, you're getting pretty sweaty feet, especially in the summer or something. You kind of feel your feet get that kind of wet feeling. It only really stays in your sock. I found that this really repels it pretty well. When I test out these boots, I really try to use them for a good amount of time to make sure, these things are not losing their grip no matter what happens. I don't obviously pour water on them, but when I'm doing a hard training session, they usually get pretty slippery, but these actually I didn't find get too slippery, and they felt comfortable throughout the whole entire time. This lining is definitely something pretty revolutionary for any place, but especially for New Balance, since they're definitely climbing up there for some of the best football boots I've seen in a while, and this definitely adds to that. Now for the outsole, we have something pretty special here. We have a nylon lightweight plate. This of course includes chevron studs on it for the FG variation. This also comes in an SG variation, but no AG variation, very sadly enough. I'll get more into that in the end of the video though. In the middle, you can kind of see this ribbed surface right here to give you more stability, which I can definitely feel surprisingly. Usually most of those things that football companies say they never actually do, they're never actually seen in the football boot, but this actually does work and helps with the stability and makes the boot feel that much more comfortable. Of course, I already showed it earlier in this video, but look how flexible this boot is. Come on, take a moment here. No boot has ever been this flexible after 1 or 2 training sessions. That's absolutely insane. Of course, as I say in every video, I don't recommend this FG or chevron variation for AG whatsoever. This is a good way to get hurt, so please do not wear these chevron studs on AG. You do not even know how dangerous that is. Your boots can get caught up in the turf so easily. Overall, this outsole looks super cool. As you can see on the top, we have this like orange design. I didn't talk too much about it. Pretty much just a little bit of texturing. Adds a little nice chevron look. But look how cool that is. It's kind of facing the same way as some of the chevron studs, and it continues at the bottom of the boot. That looks so sick, and it's definitely just a little detail that some people wouldn't notice, but I think it makes it that much cooler. Now, I know I'm always about the insole, but let me tell you, these are different. The foam is not different. It's just your regular stock black New Balance foam, nothing special. But let me tell you, the grip is insane. Of course, we set the Furon logo right there, then infinity grip, and then lightweight. This grip is absolutely insane. Can you guys see that? I don't know, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but when you feel it, you can definitely feel the difference between your regular felt insole and this insane thing. Let me tell you, this mixed with the central lacing system that's super tight and no creases. Then we have steps, grip socks. You have the most insane lockdown. Your foot is not slipping ever. I'm telling you, mine. Crazy insoles for a crazy boot. Absolutely fantastic to see. First of all, I weighed 3 other boots alongside these. These New Balance boots came in at 5.6 ounces or 159 grams. Just a few grams short of being lighter than the Puma Ultra, but they are lighter than the current Mercurial Vapor and the previous Mercurial Vapor. That's absolutely insane.
She said I'm going too much. She said that I got the touch. She said that I got the touch. So she called me Ronaldo. 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 She told me she liking my tattoos and everything I do and everything fresh. Your friend I'ma ask you about the way that I move and does he really make a mess? You replied I can't explain it. I seen the messages, baby. Nothing to hide, I know that you like it inside. She called me Ronaldo. 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 She liking my presence, the man name's Herbal Essence and everything Chris. So she called me Ronaldo. She said I'm going too much. She said that I got the touch. She said that I got the touch. She called me. She called me. So she called me Ronaldo. 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 Ronaldo.
Okay, now what you've finally been waiting for, where I rate these fall boots. I give them a good 9.5 out of 10. I cannot even tell you how amazing these fall boots are. I quit. Just kidding, guys, I couldn't do that to you because these boots are absolutely insane. You need to know the reasons why. Pretty much, first of all, the price. $210 USD. That might sound like a lot, and it is. Now, it's still not $200 range when it comes to that top level fall boot, but compared to the Mercurial, it can run from $250 to $300. It's a pretty good price. Next, we have the colors. Look how crazy this colorway is. Come on, let's be honest, orange and yellow boots are the most insane colorway. No one can compete against that. Finally, we have the quality, super high quality. The material is weaved so nicely. It's so soft, so plush. Everything on this boot just screams quality. And whoever designed this did an absolutely fantastic job. Now, I didn't get to try the previous Furon, but I've heard good things about it. But this definitely seems like much more of an upgrade because it looks a lot better in my opinion. It seems to be a little bit lighter from what I've seen, and honestly, the design points that have gone behind this to make this even better, just an updated version, not even a whole new boot, is absolutely crazy to me, and definitely a well done job to the designer. Whoever else played part in this, I mean, fantastic job. But of course, all great things might have to come to an end, and this is the one reason pretty much why I gave this 0.5 points off. Now, you know, many men in sport are getting hurt. And of course, people just like you watching this video are getting hurt after playing on AG. And if you ever haven't invested in AG fall boots, I definitely recommend. Now, if you're looking to get these in the AG fall boot, the top level pair, you can't get it. Now, I go on Nike, I go on the Nike ID, I design my own pair of fall boots, and I get the AG variation of the traction on the bottom just because I play AG way more than FG. AG is much more common now in my opinion, especially if you're playing top level academies. So when you go to try to find these in AG, they're just not there. And the fact that they don't make these in AG is a big problem to me because I'm not going to put these aggressive chevron studs on there just because you can get caught up, you can start twisting, all that, and we all know what can come from that, not good things. You don't want to get injured by a pair of high-level fall boots, and let me tell you, these are fantastic fall boots. For the time being, you can only get the AG variation in the lower level model, the Destroyer, which is right under this one, which isn't awful, but I still really love a top tier model, and I like my AG and FG to go hand in hand. Now, I cannot say enough good things about this boot, but I please ask New Balance to try to come up with an AG model, especially the top tier. Now, I cannot tell you enough how many more people are looking for AG boots now these days because they realize the risk of wearing stuff like this. And I'm not saying you're going to get hurt if you wear them, but it's much more likely that you do. You'd rather be safe than sorry. And this is personally one of the reasons that I go away from any other brand and just go straight to Nike is because they have that option for an AG traction plate. And that's what I really love about Nike. They have a lot of versatility, and you can find it even in a pre-built pair if you're not looking to design your own pair. That's just one thing missing from this fall boot. Let me just go ahead and tell you, I'm totally blown out of the water from New Balance on this one. Super comfortable, super soft, really, really light, as we already saw. If you've never tried New Balance before, if you've had that new Mercurial and you're not really loving it, if you really just want to find a good quality speed boot that's really just going to suit you well and is a pretty good price, then I definitely recommend you guys check out these. Do not underestimate these boots. These are absolutely fantastic boots, and I cannot be happier that I found out about them. I'm definitely going to be looking towards the Furon more in the future. And if they do make that AG variation, I can tell you right now confidently that these and the AG variation will become my new top level game football boot, which means the football boots I wear in the match. Of course, these will be my main football boot when it comes to FG. Overall, fantastic boots. Cannot be more impressed by New Balance on these. Fantastic job by the designers, and I'm totally stunned by how fantastic these boots are. And I 100% recommend you guys go check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe down below, turn on those post notifications, and like this video. All links in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So look out!